In the previous class, we have seen the examples, different examples of the leverages chapter in the financial management. Now you see that I already told you in the class that there are the questions, there are a lot of questions in this one, but models are only two. Either they will give you leverages and ask you to find out the income statement and balance sheet, or the income statement and balance sheet will be given, they'll ask you to find out the leverages. Okay, so all questions are of that type. So today we will do the question number 5. The question looks smaller, but if you see, this has some things that are not there in the other questions. So the sale revenue of TM Excellence Limited is 20 per unit. Output is 20 per unit. He has given the sale revenue 20 lakhs and contribution is 10 lakhs. He has given that also. Sales and contribution is given. At the present level of output, the leverage, the operating leverage of the company is 2.5. The company does not have any preference shares. Number of equity shares are 1 lakh. Applicable corporate tax rate is given to us. Debt capital 16% per annum is given to us. Calculate EPS and amount of debt capital and company. As I told you before approaching any question, orally you need to build that what we need to do first. If you build that, it becomes very easy for us. By step we need to go, we need to calculate, and the calculation part will be left out after that. Okay, so if without orally you think and you keep starting, sometimes it will consume a lot of time and you will also not get ideas. So let's first orally understand this. What is the question? In the question, if you see saying calculate the EPS, sales revenue is given to us, and amount of debt capital of the company, if 25% decline in sales will wipe out EPS. Okay, if you see, this EPS would have been enough for us. This calculate EPS itself would have been enough. Okay, and this part is also very important line. This line, because this is a new one. No other question had this type of sentence given. But debt capital, anyway, we require a debt capital because even in the calculation of the EPS, we need to calculate what is the interest. So that is anyway or not required, but these two things are very important. So ultimately we need to find what? EPS. To EPS, what do we require? We require EBIT. We require interest. Okay, tax is already given to us. Okay, and anyway he said there is no preference dividend. So preference dividend we need not subtract. So two things we need to know. Okay, now how do we know? If we know these two things, then EPS is very easy because sales revenue is given to us, contribution is given to us, tax rate is given to us. So EPS easily we can find out, number of shares also we can find out easily. Okay, clear? Because first see, let us understand this one. Sales revenue 20 lakhs is given to me, contribution is given to me from sales revenue and contribution, and you saw that operating leverage is also given to me. So immediately what do you get? Once I have operating leverage, I will do contribution divided by EBIT. Okay, clear? So what is the contribution? The contribution is 10 lakhs. Okay, and what is sales revenue? Sales revenue is 20 lakhs. Okay, clear? From here, can I get fixed income from, once I find out EBIT, I will also get fixed cost. Okay, so once I get EBIT, from there, how do I find interest? So you understood from operating leverage. So if I take, contribution by EBIT, I will easily get, what is EBIT, because contribution is there, operating leverage is there. So let's do it orally first. Okay, once you get EBIT, how do I get interest? You know that it is given the company shares and where it is given. Now operating leverage is done. I need to have financial leverage. Degree of financial leverage I require. What I need to know, why we require a degree of financial leverage. If you know degree of financial leverage, I can write EBIT divided by EBIT minus interest. Yes or no? Can I do that one? Because EBIT divided by EBT, I can write it as EBIT minus interest. So I'll find out EBIT here. Okay, in operating leverage, I'll substitute in this formula. I can get interest only if I know the financial leverage. Now, how do I know the financial leverage? How do I get financial leverage? To get financial leverage, I require combined leverage because operating leverage is there, combined leverage is there. Combined leverage I can find out. Using combined leverage, I can find out this one. Okay, clear? Operating leverage and combined leverage. So this is the structure. Okay. Now how do I find combined leverage? Combined leverage, to find this is the line that we use. It's a very beautiful line. He has given 25% decline in sales will wipe out my EPS. That means if you see change in EPS divided by change in sales is my combined leverage. So change in EPS, he's saying 100%. He did not say directly it is 100%. He is saying that whole EPS will wipe out. So the change in EPS becomes how much? 100% there is a change in EPS divided by change in sales is how much? 25%. So that's all. The calculation is very easy. 100 divided by 25, I got combined leverage as 4. Okay. Now you will have operating leverage. You have combined leverage. Operating leverage divided by combined leverage, you will get financial leverage. So once you get financial leverage, from there you get interest. Once you get interest, you have debt capital as 16%. Okay. Generally what we do, debt capital into 16%. Debt capital into 16% is what interest is. So we got interest now, we need to do interest divided by 16%, you'll get debt capital. Okay. From the interest, we also get EPS. Okay. How do we get EPS? From EBIT, I remove interest, I get EBT. From EBT, I remove tax, I will get, EAT. Okay. Then number of shares. Okay. You can see number of shares where it is mentioned. The number of equity shares are 1 lakh. That's all. Now, once I get EAT divided by 1 lakh, I will get EPS. Okay, clear? So that is how we need to solve this question. So a lot of students have asked me previously also in the doubts that what is the use of this one? This line is used to find out, combined leverage. From there, operating leverage by combined leverage is financial leverage. Now from there, financial leverage, I'll find out interest. From interest, I'll find out debt capital. Then after that, shares are given to me. EPS, I'll find out divided by EPS. EAT divided by number of shares is my EPS. Okay. So that is how you need to solve this question. Okay. So that's it. Thank you.